Alright, hello once again, Jeff Scott from Jeff Teaches Programming. We're in the middle of writing our first front-end HTML, CSS, JavaScript payroll application. Spent the first two videos here doing the HTML, the next two doing the CSS, and now we've done two straight on JavaScript, and we got more to go with JavaScript, so let's continue on. So the next thing I'm going to do before I even do these helper functions is I'm going to put my calculate each gross pay functions. So we'll have function calculate hourly gross pay, and of course they will need the hours and the rate. I will write it in a minute. We'll have another function to calculate the piece worker gross pay, and that will need the pieces and the price. Next, we will calculate the commission gross pay, and that'll need the sales and the percentage. And finally, there's really nothing to do here, but we'll write anyway. Calculate a salaried gross pay. All right, so let's write each one of these. Now, for each one of these, what I'm going to have is both the gross pay and a message. So I'm going to let the gross equal 0.0, and I'm going to let the message, we'll call it message, that's fine. And that'll be equal to the empty set. We're going to have this for each one. And at the end, we're going to return the gross and the message. Of course, it would be nice to spell return right, wouldn't it? There we go. Let's just grab this and put this in each one of them. All right. So we know how to do these already, but we're going to basically do them again anyway. Straight time, no OT. Let's do one more. Let's do a constant in here too. Const. We'll call it max, no OT. Set that equal to 40.0. Let's move these over. And let's have another const that we'll call OT rate. We'll set that equal to 1.5. All right, so if hours less than or equal to max non-OT, we'll say gross equal hours times rate, and the message will be equal to hours times rate dot to fixed to 2 decimal places. Let's even add a $sign in here. 2 $signs. One will be just literally a $sign. Per hour. All right. Oops. And otherwise, so else gross is going to be equal to max non-OT times the rate plus, so that's the straight time, hours minus max non-OT times rate times OT rate. And the message here, whoops, is going to be equal to max non-OT hours like this. Hours plus let's add another variable here. We're going to let OT hours equal 0.0 like that. And here I'm going to say OT hours equals hours minus max non-OT. So that's the number of overtime hours they worked. So this will be plus so this will now be OT hours times rate times OT rate. A little cleaner. You're going to kind of make your own determination. Plus OT hours dot to fixed so this would be 40 hours at rate $sign rate dot to fixed 2 plus OT hours I don't even think we're going to basically be dealing with integers here, so at Okay, I think that's done. And here, the calculations are fairly simple. Gross equals pieces times price. And the message is equal to, just copy this original message here and then change it around. So this will be pieces made times price. It'll be price per piece, like that. All right, and we need price pieces made times that amount per piece. Okay, so that's the second one. This next one will be pretty similar to this. So again, I'll just copy it. This one will be gross will be equal to sales times percentage. And finally for the salary, which is the simplest one, I guess I do need that. All right, that should be everything. I'm going through my notes here, trying to make sure I don't miss anything. All right, if we're going to have up here, a clear errors, you should probably have a show errors too. Okay, show errors, some kind of a message. That'll be error message dot text content is going to be equal to that message, and we're going to end up returning false. For the clear errors, text content is equal to nothing. All right. write one more helper function here. We'll call this format to currency. And that'll be some kind of an amount that we'll bring in there. And we're going to return an amount dot it's called toLocal string, and that'll be en-us. And then we're also going to be returning here style currency and that'll be a USD, I believe it is, for United States dollar. Minimum and maximum. Are both 2. Okay. That'll be that. Now there might be other stuff we have to add, but I think that's good for now. And that'll be the last one for today. Hopefully I'll be back to finish this tomorrow.